Hello everybody out there in the wine world, this is Bill Elsey, the Sommelier for Wines.com, and today I am joined by my co-host, Jessica Farley. Jessica?
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you, Bill?
Good, good. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Albarino. So why don't you tell the people at home just a little bit about Albarino, why you like it?
Well, Albarino, for all of you who aren't familiar, this is a white varietal, and it comes from Spain, from the northern west coastal area of Spain, so it's very much influenced by the maritime climate there. I tend to turn people on to Albarino when they like Pinot Grigios, something light and crisp, but this, the Albarino actually shows through and has a lot more characteristics, I think, than a Pinot Grigio. So it's a great grape. It only grows very well in Italy, or Spain, excuse me, and so it's a great one.
Yeah, well, I agree with you 100%. Really, when you talk about people that enjoy Pinot Grigio, a lot of the times they describe wines that are light, crisp, clean, easy to drink. Kind of a wine that is, it has great flavor to it, but you don't have to really contemplate it too much, and also it doesn't break the bank. So what has happened, in my opinion, a decent amount with Pinot Grigio has gotten slightly overproduced to the extent where you don't quite get the value that you pay for because it's such a popular wine. So Albarino, along with Gruner Veltliner, is a wine that I always try to turn people on to broaden your horizons. You can find a lot of different options for Albarino out there in any state that you live in, and they typically fall from $12 to $20 to $25 in price point. So you can see some right in that lower end all the way up through. So nothing that's going to break the bank. Great acid to it. It's a truly unique wine in the sense that really the highest quality production area is northwest Spain, in the Galicia region. In Rías Baixas is actually the home region where the highest quality Albarino is produced. Although you do find some California and some other areas that produce it, but as we were talking about, it's kind of hard to find those. So, well, let's get into it. This is the first one here that you picked up. This is going to be and I'm going to butcher the Spanish, I probably think so. This is the Dio Ferrerio, I think is how you pronounce that?
Dio Ferrerio sounds wonderful.
I think so. So this is the 2010 Albarino.
And something I like about the Spanish Albarinos versus the California or other New World Albarinos are that the vines have actually been planted in these vineyards for up to 200 years. So you're really looking at have very established vines, which really kind of show through on the taste of the wine.
Yeah, so the vines might not be quite as vigorous and produce quite as much fruit, but the fruit's going to be a little bit more concentrated, higher quality. Okay, so let's get into it. Oh, and another thing too, just real quick while I'm thinking about it, when you're buying Albarino, probably good to stay within 1 to 2 vintages of what current year it is. So 2011, 2010, 2009 maybe, if you find something that's been stored correctly. You get to be too much older than that, the wine should be bright and very fresh, and so they can be a little bit faded. So don't buy 2003 Albarino, you'll be disappointed. Drink them young, consume them young.
Does that mean that if I find an Albarino in the cellar, I should drink it now?
Well, they're just not noted as being super age-worthy wines, even though they have good acid to it. It's typically, a 3-year maximum window, I think, to drink it.
Okay. So drink them out there.
Yeah, get on them, drink them, buy them, drink them. So what are you getting on the nose here?
A lot of lemon.
Yeah, love the aromatics of Albarino.
Absolutely.
It's expressive. It's very expressive. Sometimes Pinot Grigio can be kind of muted on the nose. This wine, a lot of floral. I'm getting some pineapple, some white peach, white apricot, things like that. So it has a lot of characteristics on the nose.
Absolutely. Albarinos really come through for me. It's almost like when you get the seashell and you put it up to your ear and you hear the ocean. I feel like when I put my nose in this wine, I feel like I'm at the ocean. I really smell those maritime, the saltiness, just really comes through.
Yeah, I love that. The sea spray, it's kind of like almost briny as well, so it's great with a lot of seafood dishes also. Okay, let's give this one a whirl. What do you think?
I think it's great. Great acidity on the end there. It almost has some white flower coming through, along with the citrus and the lemon peel. A little bit of grapefruit to me, but very, very balanced.
Yeah, this wine has very refreshing acidity. Sometimes Albarino for me is medium plus to high acid. So this is definitely high acid, and you can just see, you can feel that that minerality, that brininess coming through it. Just, I mean, I can imagine this great with oysters, great with any type of shellfish, seafood. Very nice, very nice. It's like that. It almost has a kind of like the that like pineapple, almost like the tropical fruit nose, and then it gets to be much more mineral driven on the palate.
Absolutely.
That's a nice one. So the Del Ferrerio retails for about $25.
$25.
A bottle. So a little bit on the higher end, but I would recommend that easily. That's a great one. Okay, so the next one we are going to try is the Pionero Macerato. This is another Albarino coming from Rías Baixas within the Galicia region, northwest Spain. This is also, I do believe, the 2010 vintage. Will probably be rolling into 2011 here relatively soon. One of my personal favorites, and this retails for around $16 to $18 a bottle. So let's give this one a roll here as well. A little darker color to it, and that's one thing that I see sometimes too.
What's the vintage on this one?
This one's 2010 as well. So same vintage. This is a little bit, I guess it's a little bit more straw yellow in color. Could be a little bit more skin contact, something along those lines, as opposed to the first one, which is extremely bright, clear in color. Interesting. So the fruit to me, and I always had considered this wine to be a little bit more ripe and aromatic in style, actually seems a little more restrained to the first one. It's a little bit like, you get that kind of green melon or like kind of honeydew type of character to it.
Absolutely. The citrus and the grapefruit isn't quite jumping out at you like the last one.
Yeah, it's almost like kind of just that zest, that oil of like, you know, just peeling a lemon or a grapefruit or something. But still, I think that brininess, some of that minerality comes through as well. And not quite as ripe as the first one on the palate either.
Absolutely, I think it really, the nose really showed through on the palate there. It's not full of the grapefruit and the citrus again that we found on the nose. It's very restrained and balanced.
And in a style that is expressive, that shows unique varietal characteristics, because Albarino is a unique grape in its own right, but is not going to break the bank, and is crisp. Serve it cold. Serve it with a lot of different, you know, traditional white wine pairings. Drink it outside and drink it all year long. I mean, it's something that's kind of can, you know, give you more flavor for your dollar, I guess, more expression for the dollar than you would get with Pinot Grigio per se. Not to knock all the Pinot Grigios out there, but
great.
Yeah, if you're a Pinot Grigio drinker, you can definitely recommend expanding your horizons. You know, going out and try some Albarino and you know, give it a shot.